it's not that kind of blind. But we are going to check out Blind. This is a, first of all, I'm going to say that I'm not a puzzle guy, so I'm not going to do too much of this game, one, because of that reason. It won't be too long before I get stuck. But also, this is a pretty big story, from what I gather, from what I played. Story is an important part of the game itself. It kind of has a spooky, scary horror vibe to it. I will say there's some jumpy parts, at least from what I've experienced so far, but it's not straight up horror like you might expect in, say, a Resident Evil or something like that. So as far as I know, there's no real enemies. You don't have any weapons, anything crazy like that. But I'm actually going to go... First of all, the beginning environment here is pretty cool. You got some stuff going on over here that you don't quite know what's going on. The NPCs, if you will, or how the story is told, is kind of done in this little... I don't know what to call it. It's not quite a ghost type thing. Especially since when they do, like, speak and stuff, they don't really animate, but they do have facial expressions and stuff like that. And of course, when you go to touch them, they kind of do one of those jobs. Also, when I first started playing, this room was totally empty, except for this stand over here. So I guess real quick, I'll go through some of the mechanics here. Basically, it's a grab, and then another form of interacting with things I'll get into later when that comes up. I don't really have the option to right now. So you can kind of do the whole pull thing, but really all you have to do is just hit the grab button to interact with things. Things light up as you get near them. Let's see if we can do this. You can duck. You can... Yeah. I tried this forever last night just for fun. But we're not here to play darts. That was terrible. So yeah, I'm actually going to... I have a feeling as the story progresses, this all fills in. I'm going to restart over from the beginning. One, because I know how to do those puzzles, but also because if you are interested in this, you're not going to want too much more in the way of story, because you're not going to want it spoiled for you. So we'll go over here to new game. I'll try not to talk too much. One, because lucky you, and two, because as you're playing, sounds actually play kind of an important part. Not necessarily like you have to listen real quiet for subtle things, but there are audio clues that kind of help you with some of the puzzles. Yeah, let's go ahead. Oh, I think I hit the wrong one. Let's try that again. There we go. Little cutscene at the beginning. Nothing too crazy.
Don't worry, Scott. Everything will be fine.
Where are we going?
Don't worry. Cover yourself up.
I want to go back home.
I'll put on a bit of music.
Jean, let's go back.
Everything will be fine. I promise. Where am I? I can't see anything.
So do not adjust your TV here. This is the concept here is that you are, I would say, not totally blind, but you are definitely visually impaired, and the way that the game tells you what's going on is sounds kind of echo and create light. So as you can hear the music in there, it's kind of making that light. If I were to pick up this frame and drop it, it lights up the area where the sound hit. Same with the drawers. You can pick up things, interact with them. If you want to see what's over there, you kind of do one of those. There's a whole lot of books in this thing. They don't really do anything. But there's a lot of them. There's also a mechanic where if you just stand still for a few seconds, it kind of gives you a dim overview of what's around you. It's kind of a way of them getting you to kind of focus. So we'll just continue the story here.
Welcome, Jean. You're finally awake. I'm sure you'll be fine here.
Who are you? Where are we?
Don't you remember? You had a terrible accident. It's a miracle you're still alive. Don't worry. I'll take care of you.
Where's my brother? Where is he?
Calm down, Jean. Calm down. Scott is safe. You too are safe with me. You can't see yet. Get used to the darkness. Follow my voice. Meet me in the main room. Follow my voice. Follow my voice.
Shit! Need to find Scott and get out of here. It seems like I can't see, but I can hear what's around me somehow. Maybe I should stop for a moment and focus.
You can grab items, kind of go
Maybe
crazy
there's
with them.
something useful in there.
I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. You don't really need to do any of this. I'm just for fun. So obviously there's something weird going on because you can talk to the phonograph and have a conversation with the voice on the other end, and that's not how these are meant to work. You can...
I should check the drawers.
Oh. Yeah, I'm blind. Alright. I know what I'm looking for is over here. So yeah, sometimes you kind of have to wait for sounds to light up. There we go. You can also kind of use your hand as you get closer. There we go. Didn't know you could use that end of the key, did you?
Well done. See, it's not that hard. Keep going. Do you like it? It's nice, isn't it? It'll help you get oriented.
So this is the first real puzzle room. One of them did kind of give me a trick, a little bit of a pause, which again, I'm not good at puzzle games. So I would say this is probably the easiest. This picture's askew. So if you pull it off, you got two little knobs here. And it kind of, as you turn it, it kind of clicks and vibrates when it's at the sweet spot. So that one's already there. So there's that one. There's that one. And then that opens to reveal this thing. So this is a circle, and lo and behold, we have a circle. So let's put that there. This was the one that was...
Rachel, your mother. She changed when your father left.
And again, obviously the voice knows things about you, and it's just kind of a weird situation when you think of it. But so yeah, this was the one that was weird because it's apparently a maze, but I didn't know why. So you might have to look around for things. But here's a little ball in here. You have to move it. There's this guy. Square base. Then this one.
Charles, your father. After the war, he's never been the same, has he?
So I thought this one was a little harder than it should have been this early. You heard this tune playing. You have to recreate it. Yeah, and that wasn't the right one.
Press the buttons and listen.
Yeah.
I love music.
This is why it bothered me, because you have to go all the way through it before this will play again to tell you what the right one is. And then you can only basically mess up to hear what it is. So you walk away from it, and you hear the real music. So I know that one's that one. Then I don't remember what the order was. Yeah. So if you just messed around long enough, you'd get it. If you were more musically inclined, you might have got it the first time. But triangle base, triangle hole.
Little Scott. He's a fragile child. Weak. He's so lonely without you.
And obviously
How does
there's
this man know my family? Who is he?
symbolism here with the parents and the brother, and that's, I'm guessing, me. We'll get into that later. So this is kind of creepy. So obviously you're watching this on a flat screen, but you do feel like you're in this house, and then stuff like this happens.
Scott?
Eesh.
Is it you? Scott! Ah! Bloody hell!
So again, they're doing the storm to represent the sound, and so where the sound is, it lights up. So it's pretty cool, really cool concept. I like it. I'm kind of interested in the story as well. I want to see how that plays out. So it's going to be, I think it's going to come down to a race between my curiosity of the story and my capacity to do these puzzles.
Hello, Jean. You made it. Well done.
What do you want from me? Who are you?
It's not important. I only want you to be safe. Nothing else.
Where's Scott? Please, take me to him.
Scott's well. He's not here. It's just you and me. And I'll take care of you. No need to be afraid. Now, take that. Take it.
What is it?
The It's for you. It'll help you find your way until you get your sight back.
My eyes.
The accident. Don't you remember? You'll soon see again, if you do what I tell you.
So you just got the cane, which, as you might expect, with the game centered around being blind.
You need to find the right rhythm. Don't overdo it. That's not a toy. If you don't use it, you'll be left in the dark. And if you stay in the dark, you won't be able to...
To do what?
Get out, Jean.
How do I get out?
You must find the answers.
I don't understand.
When you solve all the puzzles, you'll be able to go out.
Really?
Sure.
Will you let me and Scott go?
Scott has nothing to do with it. Don't you remember the accident?
I was driving. I saw somebody in the road. Was it you? Did you take Scott?
You still don't understand, Jean. It's just you and me here. I'll leave you alone to think.
No! I don't want to be alone!
It's for your own good, Jean. But we'll meet again soon.
I have to go. Scott must be locked up somewhere here. We have to get out.
Okay, so I'll go through the first little puzzle section. It won't take long now that I know what I'm actually doing during it. So you walk in this room here. This is the main area. All these doors are locked currently. That one, that one. I'll show you how to unlock them. He mentioned the cane. There's a rhythm to it. What he means by that is if you keep doing it, it does that really annoying thing which hurts my ears. And it's really bright. So you kind of just want to tap sparingly. And actually this should be locked. Yeah. And that's the little things making noises, so. Where? Yeah, there it is. So here's the gear that we need to put in the main thing. It's raining up there, so that's why the windows are lit up. This is cool. So you can hear the gears turn underground, which tells you which door unlocks. That was pretty cool, I thought. So this is the first little area. If you turn around, the door should lock behind.
Leave! Jean, what have you done?
Oh God. Is this... that man's doing too? This music...
Music's coming from the car, by the way.
This morning, a woman was found by the police, barefoot, wearing few clothes, clearly in a stupor. She stated she'd been kept prisoner for years by a man in his house. According to the doctors, the woman, whose identity has not been revealed yet, is between the ages of 20 and 25 and was not sexually assaulted.
That last part was important, I guess. Okay. I know some of these doors are locked. I just don't want to run straight through this part. So I'll do there's only like 2 puzzle rooms here. So again, if you're worried about too much story, don't
No
be.
need to be startled, Jean. Does this look familiar?
It's our library.
I want you to feel at home here.
Feel at home? Why aren't I at home? Who are you? What am I doing here? Why can't I see? How are you doing this?
You shouldn't be scared, Jean.
When Dad came back from service, he would lock himself in here.
Leave me alone. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of always having you kids around.
Nice.
I told you, I don't need anything. I don't want your pity. Get out!
I need to find something to help me get away from here. That man mentioned some puzzles. Is this a game for him?
So one thing I want to mention that I actually had to use last night, and thankfully it was in there, is if you go to your menu, there's an option here to reset key objects. So as I mentioned, you can fling the books around and everything like that, and in doing so you can kind of mess yourself up or hide, or maybe you just got stuck and need to reset stuff. So that's a good option to have in a puzzle game. Essentially right now though, we'll see that there's these little
There may be some tapes that I can play.
yeah, tapes we can play. So I'm gonna jump ahead just a little bit, just because I don't want to listen to these tapes more than once. I got stuck here last night because is that unlocked? Oh, yeah.
How could you do this to me?
Just lots of stuff to mess around with in the bathroom. Nothing really important. So there is a clock back here, and I didn't know it forever. And then this stool can be slid over here, and I didn't know why. I figured it was just to climb up and get this thing that, well, that's, yeah, the tape here.
Is this what Dad used to record his memos?
I saw him up on a ridge in the distance. He didn't know I was there. He couldn't see me. I was bloody invisible. Don't get any closer. You fucker. Please, don't get closer. What? Stupid, stupid, stupid wanker. I told you not to get closer. Now you're dead. You wanker.
So obviously Father was going through some issues. But anyway, back to the clock. There's a clock back here. And you need the stool back. And you have to set the time. Except you don't know what time to set it to. So we're going to keep listening to the tapes.
How could she? Why? She doesn't know. She doesn't understand how much I love her. She doesn't know how much I missed her. I still love her. I love you! Damn it!
Okay. So we'll do this one. So again, we're looking for a time, or a clue to a time. Hear the chimes?
Coming for the carry me home.
Oh, Dad.
Daddy had some drinking problems. So we heard 6 chimes there. I kept putting in 6 o'clock, and it was telling me it was the wrong one. So I had to come over here and listen to this one.
I was there alone. All the others Mum used to read it to me. They kept it. It's almost 1:15. Who cares anymore about working?
Did you catch that? Almost 1:15. So the
Dad
4.
used to be a creature of habit. Before the war, he'd always start playing with his tools at the same time, every day.
So we have 6 chimes and almost 1:15. So we're looking for 6:15. And this opens up. Now you have to figure out which door it goes into. I believe this is one. Yep.
It's been a really long time since I last entered his workshop. Dad used to spend all his evenings here when I was a child. After the war, he just stopped working in here. He was always...
Alright, so I'll save some time here. Kind of... Yeah.
Come on! Come on! Damn it! The line's dead!
Wouldn't be much of a game if you could just call for help, right? So now we're back into the garage. We have that passage through there. But then this... still... it's open now. And that just takes us out into the hallway. Where we were before, so no biggie. We have a power thing here. And look at that, a big jukebox with a key to open
I
it.
don't remember it looking like this.
So, missing gears. Gears. You know what's about to happen. So, now the cool thing is see, it only fits in certain places, so you just kind of got to wave it around until you find one that it'll go in. And ideally, you would connect the top to the bottom. I don't think that's going to stay there, but we'll see. Alright, so I don't think this is going to work, which is totally fine, because you can rearrange as you need to.
It's on! Maybe I can actually fix it.
So, obviously we need to get a connection going down here. Not that one. Okay, we need a little one there. Oh, that's not the one we wanted. So there's probably a medium one somewhere we're not using. Right there. No. Well, that one's not even turning. That's weird. Those all connect. See, I feel like I need to grab that one. So actually what we'll do is go around the other way. And yeah, see, we need that one. See, that one we don't need, but it's still going. So we're getting closer. So connect down. There we go.
Right. Now I just need to play the right song.
You can kind of guess here.
Nothing.
So after a while, she'll give you a clue to come back over here. And like I said, if you wait a little bit, the game kind of helps you out. So we'll come over here to this.
Dad's favorite record. Wasn't here before. Is this another memory or something?
F5. And no, it wasn't there before. So we'll go back over here. We'll hit F5. Let's see what happens here. Now, one thing you can do that I did last night unintentionally is if you do the gear puzzle wrong, so that if you come up around that way, it spins the record backwards. So, in case you're doing it and you get weird sounds, that's what's going on. So here's a gear. Let's see some.
It's late. Stop drinking. Come to bed.
I have to finish. Nothing ever works here.
What are you talking about?
Everything. Fucking everything. You have no idea how hard it is for me.
Please, stop it.
After all I've been through, how could you?
Do you think it's easy for me? You never stop to think about me. I gave up everything, understand? Everything! Everything that could have made me happy.
Gave up? Gave up? We know very well how it went. He left.
What were they talking about?
So yeah, get a little more of the story. That still ends up being locked, though. But this door to the main room has opened back up. And now we have a gear. We will stick it in the gear hole and see what opens up next.
Well done, Jean. You're beginning to understand.
Do you enjoy playing with me? Playing with my memories? Do you find it amusing?
I do everything for you, Jean. Only
Up
for
top.
you. If you're good, you'll soon go out. Keep it up.
So I'll go ahead and stop here, just so you can get the idea. As this opens up, you're building more of a house. That probably explains why that opening entranceway had more stuff in it.
What the hell does he want from me?
Next section, as I showed, the gears showed, is up there. So it's another room. You're going to do some more puzzles. You're going to get some more of the story. There's obviously some family issues going on between the father and the mother and the brother, and there's a mystery about whether or not where the brother is, what his status is. Kind of seems like it could maybe be your fault in some way, as far as the whole car and the wreck and all that stuff. So there's a lot going on in this. The puzzles, as I mentioned, aren't too bad. And again, not really a horror, but there's definitely a kind of creepy vibe and maybe a few minor jump scares as far as noises and stuff like that, but nothing serious as far as like other horror games go. There's another game that's kind of similar to this, I think, at least as far as where the girl's blind and you have to go around. I don't recall the name of it off the top of my head, but this kind of seems more casual than that did, because I know that had you hiding from things and all that. So, pretty cool. Didn't realize you could tap your hand, but yeah, it's a pretty cool game. I'll play a little bit more. Just like I said, I want to see if my patience for the puzzles runs out before my interest for the story. But it's called Ominous. It's called Blind. I would say definitely give it a try.